Good morning. I was asked the question, how do I maintain my home and take care of household chores and homeschooling and everything? And during the week, in terms of the housekeeping aspect of our day, everyone is assigned specific duties throughout the house, and their chores are done in the morning before we start our school day. Mainly, the things that get done in the morning are bathroom trash is taken out, trash, if it wasn't taken out that night, it'll be taken out that morning. Really, nothing gets done outside of just them getting up, making their beds, cleaning their rooms if it wasn't done the night before. But more than likely, it's usually done that because I really don't tolerate the following day of mess, or unless it was a really, really busy day. But whatever wasn't done that night gets done that morning. Um, our bathrooms get done 3 times a week, and then on the weekends we do an extensive house cleaning. We do the baseboards, we vacuum the vents, we open up the windows, and we ventilate the air. I vacuum the corners of my ceiling. So the weekends are really designated for extensive cleaning, and during the week we do maintenance cleaning and just maintenance pickup. Floors get vacuumed daily, sometimes twice a day, depending on what they're doing. And in terms of homeschooling, during the day, I give them their individual assignments, things that they can do independently. And in the afternoon, after lunch, we worked on theme-based unit studies. And that will be through history, through science. And we'll all collectively work on those things. Usually by 3 o'clock, we'll be done. Sometimes we'll be done much earlier. Sometimes we'll be done later if they're working on a lab. But usually around, I'll say an average of 2:30, 3 o'clock, we are wrapping it up for the day. They're cleaning up, and I'm getting ready for dinner. If I haven't had it cooking already in a crock pot or something like that, usually I already have my meals prepped. And all I have to do is just put it in the oven, or it's already been cooking in a crock pot from that morning. But then we usually do the afternoon cleanup, putting the school stuff away, and then I'm tending to just basic interactions with my children. I'm in terms of scheduling, everything pretty much moves smoothly with a routine. If you don't have a routine, things can be really hectic and kind of just unorganized. And I'm the type of person that needs structure in terms of what needs to be done, because when you have a lot of children and they have no structure, they will run chaotic. So structure is the key. Wake up every morning. You have a responsibility. We're going to take the first half of the day to maintain the home. Once the cleaning of the house has been done, everyone is free to go about their day and do whatever it is they want to do. But that's how we do it. Monday through Friday there's no television unless it's school related. If it's a documentary or something that's relative to what they're learning, there is no television during the school week. And I have a system to where they have to put in reading to earn these tickets that I made. And for every 15 minutes of reading, they get a card, and the card has 15 minutes. Now, I know that the average show is at least 30 minutes long, but I do it that way to encourage them to read. So at least I know they're reading for at least a half an hour of their own free time outside of school. This is their own free time of reading. And at the end of the week, they accumulate these tickets, and they get computer time, or they can watch television, or they can play video games. That's the only way that they can accumulate and acquire these tickets. If they have not acquired a lot of tickets during the school week, they are required to do reading during the weekend to earn them as well. So that's how I control the television viewing in my house. And it's worked pretty good. Even my son, he goes and he gets a book without me having to say anything, and he reads. So that hasn't been an issue. And it's also good, so they're accumulating their hours for their other reading initiatives. And I know this is kind of going off subject, but Six Flags has a Read to Succeed program, and your children have to do 6 hours of their own free reading time, and once they do that, they get a free ticket to go to Six Flags. Pizza Hut also has a Book It reading program where you set the goal for your children and you give them a free ticket to get a free personal piece at the end of the month. So that's what we do to encourage reading in our house. But like I said, in terms of scheduling, Sundays of every week. Sometimes if I have the time, I'll start on a Saturday, but usually Sundays for me are dedicated to lesson planning, and I'm gathering up their materials that they need for the week, be it worksheets, tests, materials for labs. Sunday is my lesson plan day, and that's how I make sure I get in the time I need to prepare their lessons and prepare their assignments for the week. So that's how I do the scheduling in my home. It's really nothing too complex. We're just like a functioning machine, constantly moving, constantly in motion. And I would say, just if you're wondering how to create a system to make sure that chores and things are getting done in your house, create a system, make a chore chart, put your children's names on it based on their abilities, and you say this is what you're expected to do. And if they don't do what they're expected to do, then you have a list of consequences. And, they're going to have to meet those consequences if they don't take care of their responsibilities, be it take away their, television, or they can't go anywhere, or whatever the case may be. But set goals, set expectations for your home, and everything should run smoothly from that point. You're going to have some resistance naturally with their children, but just stay steadfast and making sure that they take care of their responsibilities. And in terms of cleaning up your house, cleaning is a constant thing. You're constantly in motion. You're constantly picking up things throughout the day anyway. But make sure you schedule time to get your house clean. Think of that as a job. Even if it's okay on Tuesdays and Thursdays, this is extensive bathroom cleaning day. Or on, Wednesdays and Fridays, we're going to wipe the baseboards and the walls in the kitchen and, clean out the oven once a month, or however it is you do it. But set a reasonable schedule for yourself and your family so that things in your house are going to get done. And it doesn't have to solely be done by mom. Train your children when they're young and start with the little things like their toys, and as they get older, they can go on to bigger things like maybe vacuuming the floor, dusting, and, they like to put their hands on the wall so much, so you can give them, a sponge with a hot soapy sponge and have them wipe your walls down. Start them off early. That way when they're older, they're used to taking care of the chores. So that's how we do it. I hope that answered your question. If not, just inbox me or comment below, and I'll be more specific if this wasn't enough for you. Peace.